On to game two, Colorado at Edmonton, 9 o'clock Eastern time. Not a big game for the Avalanche unless you factor into maybe they're trying to chase Florida down for the President's Trophy. I don't know how much that means to them. Again, just talking to people in the organization, it doesn't seem like that's a big deal. And honestly, throughout history, the team that's won this President's Trophy, which is for the best record overall in the league, hasn't done well in the postseason. So I don't think it's a big emphasis. And for Edmonton, this is a huge game for them. They lead the Kings by just 2 points at home, and it's crazy because we thought about the Kings as being a team that might be out of the postseason with all their injuries. Now we're talking about them as a team that might be in the second spot in the Pacific, and of course that would give them home ice advantage in the first round of the postseason. Let's take a look at the number. Colorado, small road favorite, minus $1.20. The public's been kind of betting this up a little bit, opened up at minus 15. Number has come in at minus $1.20 right now, which is a little surprising. I'll explain that in a second. Total is 6.5 over minus 20. That's up from minus $1.15. So the public is all in on Colorado, and they're all in on the over, which involving these two teams, the over is not a surprise, and certainly Colorado's not a surprise as well, as they're a very public team, especially when you're getting a good number. Tonight's goaltending matchup, Darcy Kemper will get the start for Colorado. Mike Smith for the Edmonton Oilers. He's the listed goaltender. These are all listed goaltender guys, and it is very, very important that you understand that the goaltenders that are listed may not be the ones that are started. I say it every single time, and the reason I say it every single time is I don't want you to get a bet with a goaltender you think is going, and then all of a sudden after morning skate, it's something different. There's just no doubt in my mind, from a Colorado standpoint, this looks like an easy pick, and I'm so proud of the bettors. This is I was talking to a sportsbook director the other day, and I said, are we not giving the public enough credit? And I don't think we're giving them enough credit, because normally this would be a game where they would come in with fistfuls of money trying to bet the home underdog, especially after we just saw Colorado lose a horrific game to Seattle as a big road favorite. And of course, Edmonton comes into this game needing this game. They've won 3 straight. They've won 3 straight in impressive fashion. So I full-heartedly expect the Edmonton Oilers to be getting the money, but that's just not the case in this one. You have to give Jared Bednar a lot of credit, the Colorado head coach, a lot of credit for what he's done there. He's taken over, and you remember when he took over this program or this organization, they were not very good. They were trying to get rid of Matthew Duchene, and eventually they did that. And once they made that move, they were able to continuously build it fairly quick. But now he's got another problem where, hey, we don't have anything to play for. We just got through beating Seattle, or losing to Seattle. We're dealing with injuries right now. It is tough. It is tough to maintain. It's probably the worst position to be in as you go into the postseason as a team that's clearly in and just trying to keep your head in the game. Well, I think this is an opportunity for Colorado to wipe that bad taste out of their mouth from Seattle. I think Edmonton is just a team to come in, a team that they might face in the postseason. I think this is just a team for them to get that juices flowing again and get refocused on what they're doing. This is a potential dance partner, and they are certainly wanting to send a message to anybody that could challenge them in the Western Conference, which Edmonton certainly could. They should have a giant chip on their shoulder, and I think they're going to take it out on Edmonton tonight. And as we said before, Colorado is battling injuries, but again, don't go overboard with your love for Mike Smith. Mike Smith has had a nice little run, but this is still Mike Smith. We still know what he is, and I have still yet to see him beat the better teams in the league on a consistent basis. Tonight's matchup would certainly qualify for that. And I expect one thing that Colorado didn't do against Seattle is get to the net. They didn't get to the greasy areas, the tough areas of the ice. I expect them to play a tougher brand of hockey, and I think we're going to see it right off the bat as they get right in on Mike Smith. I think every puck is going to get to the net, and then they're going to crash it. And I think that's going to open up a lot of opportunities for the Avalanche tonight. So let's take a look at the official selection. Colorado has taken 4 of 5 against Edmonton. They're 39-12. 39-12 the game after they score 2 goals or less. That means that trend of not being very good offensively does not stick for very long. 39-12 the game after scoring 2 goals or less. The Oilers have not been good as a home dog in years. Do not take the bait. Looks like you're not. You're on the right side. You guessed it. I'm taking Colorado minus $1.20.